a short form video editor, do you think they can charge more or less with AI?
Yeah, I feel like they can charge more.
I think even paying 500 rupees an edit is too much.
Okay.
Let's say a voiceover artist could charge 5,000 rupees a project before. Do you think it's less or more now with AI?
70% of actual work that was going to them will be cut off.
I'm actually going to go and say 99%. I can today build a system that can dub an entire movie in the exact tonality that you need for that emotion, for that dialogue, without being a voiceover artist. I just need to know how 11 loves work.
Experience plays an important role here. You know the 4 things to do, but an experienced person would say, what is the first thing to do now? Creative market is going to change very, very drastically. I feel the only way to move ahead is to figure out.
In AI's day and age, having a personality and original thoughts is fucking invaluable. Being able to captivate people, that is the alpha. This is our first recording this year, and I'm very excited for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
1, because we are back at this and I've missed this. But 2, I want to try a different format today.
Okay.
Right? So I want to talk about the thing that's been on everyone's mind, and it should be on everyone's mind, which is AI. I've been playing around with Claude a lot. So there's this new format that we will try that's coined by you, which is called Competing with Claude. Okay. And the entire idea is that I have a list of about 20 occupations here in the creator economy. And we will go one by one and say that will this profession be able to make more money or be made redundant with AI? So we will have different professions, and then we'll just discuss that will this thing remain with AI or not. So if anyone is watching who does that thing, they will have an idea of what the future, according to us, looks like now that Claude Code is in the picture.
Also, guys, the episode is purely personal opinions that we have.
Yes, correct.
And
we are not experts.
Yeah.
I don't know jack. We're just fucking around and finding out.
Yeah. Also, if you guys personally disagree with a lot of things that we are going to say, please let us know in the comments, because we don't know what you guys are thinking. And comments is the only way we understand if you guys are with us or very against us. And if you're against us, why? I mean, see, we are intellectuals, hopefully, as people. And we would love to know your opinion on this.
Yeah. So I have a list of like 20 professions here. And I want to go through all of them.
Okay.
And I have a ballpark sort of average market rate of what these people can charge right now.
Okay.
And my question to you will be that, do you think they can charge more or less with AI?
Got it.
Okay. So let's jump right in.
Let's go.
Let us start off with the podcasting stuff that we do already, right?
Yeah.
So let's say if you had a short form video editor, that I would say right now in the current market, he could probably charge 20, 25, maybe 30,000 a month.
Yeah.
Right? 25, I would say. How much do you think that a short form video editor, now that Claude and GPT and all of these things are there, right? How much can they charge today? Can they charge less, or will they be forced to charge less, or can they charge more?
Actually, I feel like they can charge more.
Okay.
Or like their throughput will definitely increase. Specifically because an editor who is doing shorts edit had to find material that had to go into those shorts. Now that can be substituted with a lot of AI gen.
Okay.
Only given that he knows how to generate what he wants to generate. Because like style, the right kind of imaging, all that is very contingent on him knowing how to use the software.
Right.
What do you think?
I kind of agree.
Okay.
I think on a per video basis, you can't charge higher anymore.
Yeah.
Like you can't charge people for, I'm going to charge you like 5,000 rupees a shot. Right?
Yeah.
I think a person who's entering the market just does not have the leverage. I think there are too many editors. I get on a weekly basis, I will get like 5 messages of people telling me that, hey, I think your videos can do better. I have stopped responding to them. So if you are going to send me a message saying that, hey, I think your retention and your follower growth will increase because I edit your videos, that's not right. I have grown my second Instagram page purely on the thesis that it needs zero editing. So you're absolutely wrong. The only reason why I do respond to people is that, hey, like, they're just nice. They're like, hello bhaiya instead of hey Adil. That's literally the reason why I respond. So I think that leverage is not there.
Right.
I think people who are really good at, let's say, towards the motion graphic end of things, they can charge higher because motion graphics is still something that needs a lot of intuition and creative direction.
Yeah.
And AI can't do that yet.
Yeah.
I think if you are doing a lot of manual tasks, if you are thinking of yourself as someone that charges on a per video basis, it's just not going to work. Like,
Yeah.
I run an agency, you run an agency, we make videos. I'm just not going to pay per video. I think even paying 500 rupees an edit is too much.
Okay.
So you really have to bring some value to the table apart from just the execution.
Right.
Because at this point, tools and AI is so good that I can do the execution myself.
Yeah. Walk me through like point-wise format, how that 500 is like too much to pay for somebody who's just executing. Also, what do you mean by just executing?
Right. I'll give you my pages example.
Okay.
Right? Or even like any personal brand for that matter. So if you think of a personal brand, there are two parts to it, right? One is the ideation of like 3 parts to it actually, of like what it is that you're talking about. The second is, let's say for you, for instance, you're talking about coffee, more or less.
Yeah.
Right. Second is that it's you. So how are you representing yourself on screen? So for me, it's that, hey, I'm in my room wearing a certain type of clothes. I'm talking a certain way. For you, it might be that, hey, you have that GoPro in the camera, the chart paper animation, the paper cutout animation, things like that. So that's like the creative part of it. It's subjective. It's not objective. And finally is the edit. Right. So some edits need to be really good. Some edits you can get away with it not being good.
Yeah.
Right. Or not being like too
I feel
high
like we are
effort.
at the two extremes of it. I put in a lot of effort to make
So you
my
make
video.
like Gyan Central type videos. What I used to make, right? Like very high effort.
Yeah.
You need a really good editor, really good ideation. And my Adil Verma page is meant to be extremely low effort. It's purely content and ideation, not the edit. Right? Now, if I were to look for my page, I need an editor to quickly take the footage that I have recorded, add captions, add the relevant B-rolls or the pictures or whatever, add the right music, and the video is done.
Correct.
Right? Now, the problem with that process is the way that you shoot the type of videos that I shoot. I do it on my phone, on the Edits app, using a teleprompter. So that means the video is inherently on the timeline as soon as I've shot it. So for me to take it out, send it to you, explain to you how to do it, and then get it back, I can actually do it in the Edits app much faster.
Correct.
So if you are coming to me, or if an editor is coming to me saying that, hey, I charge 500 rupees for this edit, it's so simple.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, it is simple. That is why it's not even worth 500 rupees. So you really need to come to the table and say that, hey, from the get-go, I will edit it in a way that needs zero revision. For me, music is a big problem. Right? So I will find the right music for you and I will do it in a way that it makes it 10 times better. Right? So coming and telling me that, hey, we can optimize it further, add some retention and edit. I'm like, no, I grew it to 15K without doing any of that. Why do you think I need it now?
Yeah.
Right? So that is one side of it. I think if you are making content where editing is a large part of it, then yes, then you have to pay for it. Right? But then you're not paying for the edit. You're paying for someone to ideate what it looks like and go in and execute, because that just takes time.
Exactly. So adding from my end, I will pay my editor a certain amount. The payment is specifically to make sure that they are creatively giving inputs on how the whole thing should look like and being able to execute on those creative inputs. Or else why have somebody?
Correct.
Like me explaining my idea to somebody else. Correct. And building and execution is just too much work. Correct. I will get it until execution, pay very little money to somebody to execute.
And I think it's also important to know the use case of where the video is going. I think I have ran these offers of, hey, I will help you on the podcast, and then we'll do like 1 long form and 4 short forms, right? But then that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Because now using like a Riverside or an Opus, I can make like 30 short forms.
Yeah.
Right. So then the value that you bring to the table as an editor is not in the number of videos that you can do.
Yeah.
It is in finding the right clips
Yeah.
and finding a lot of them.
Yeah.
Right. So it's knowing how to use Claude, how to have the hook. This is exactly what Sarkate does for us.
Yeah.
Right. So for context, our lead editor, he understands, hey, what are the parts that are going to work the best? How do I stitch them together? How do I add the right? I think his music selection is off the charts. How do I have the right text hook? Right? How do I optimize for retention for YouTube? And then how do I give that back as feedback to us as hosts, saying that, hey, you should name drop more. You should talk about people more.
Yeah.
Right? You should talk. So like being also part of that decision making. If you are just making shorts, especially podcast shorts, where the shorts are not highly edited, and I don't think podcast shorts need to be highly edited, then you need to bring that decision making to the table.
Yeah.
So to answer the original question, I think people cannot charge as much as they did before if that is all they are doing.
Yeah, like if execution is the only thing that you're doing.
Yes.
So
if you're only doing like, I'll do 10 podcast shorts, I'm like, no.
Your cost is significantly gone down.
That doesn't make sense.
Makes sense.
And even on the upper end of things, if we were to talk about, let's say, video editors doing like a Gyan Central or the edits that you are doing, right? I actually would still put a cap on it and say that I wouldn't pay more than like 2,500 or 3,000 rupees for it as an individual creator. Because again, one, my business is not dependent on it.
Correct.
And two, there is no direct correlation to that with revenue. Right?
Yeah.
So I think that is one thread that more and more people should understand of being able to directly attribute what you did to revenue. Like if you were to reach out to me, right? I would much rather say that, hey, I will pay you like a very little amount upfront for the kind of edits that I do. Let's say for me, it'll be maybe like 500 rupees, for instance, right? Or if let's say you're doing like a Gyan Central edit, I'll give you like 2,000 rupees, 2,500 rupees, which like in all fairness, that is not enough. They should be paid more. But the thing is, I will figure out the monetization and I'll give you a huge chunk of that. Like I'll give you 20% of all brand deals that come into the picture from a video that you have worked on. I can justify that in my P&L as a business owner. I cannot justify just like blindly paying you money.
Yeah.
And I think that also reflects on my own clarity. Right? Like if I have a clear picture of, hey, this is why I'm investing this money and this is the outcome that I'm looking for. Right? Let's say for me, even though my Instagram does not make money, the fact that I have 15,000 followers has a lot of like second order benefits.
Got it.
Right? So can you quantify that?
Yeah.
I think that would be my answer. This episode of the Content Playbook is brought to you by the 1 of 10 Club. The 1 of 10 Club is an invite-only community that we run through the podcast that helps creators and creative professionals, talk about how to grow in this new age of AI, and also find opportunities. It is a vetted community that is personally vetted by both Subhash and I. And that means everyone who is part of the community is someone that we believe is high value, meaning all the opportunities and the people that post jobs and all the talent that you get to be a part of is extremely high value. So if you are someone that is unsure of how to navigate this creator economy, or if you are someone that is looking for high value talent, please click the link in the description. You can join the public group, and to join the invite only groups, please drop either Subhash and I a DM. Back to the episode. I wanted to talk to you. Have you used AI in any of the in-person videography related stuff that you do?
Yeah. I've been using AI for a lot of set building. Because
how does that work?
So, because one, like let's say if you have to show somebody how it looks, like I can imagine and say, oh, this might look like this, having a table with chairs and lighting, this is how it will look. I can have that mental image. But for somebody who is coming in new, let's say I'm meeting a person who has not done this. The only thing that they have seen is probably a Beehive workspace or like a good WeWork workspace. And that is the objective of their lighting. It's very hard for them to understand like a small room How can you shoot in like a small room? How will like having a chair, how will that make it look better? The only way to do that is sort of visualizing it and showing it to people, right? Like if I visualize it and be like, hey, this is how it can look like. Now that has become very easy now that AI is there. I can give a very approximate picture of the actual visualization. Before they had to go with, okay, this belief, that this guy will be able to do it. But now I can actually show it.
Do you like generate an image in ChatGPT?
Yeah. Pretty much. Like, okay, you put your inspiration together and you say, generate like a podcast set using this, and you sort of specify lighting as to how the lighting on the person has to look like, or the background lighting has to look like. I'll give you a reasonably good picture of what the set could look like. And you can also sift through multiple options. You can put constraints as to the size of the room. You can add options in terms of what the camera angle is, what the aperture is. So it'll generate a very realistic looking image of what it could look like.
Very interesting.
So that's a great way to show them ki bro, this is what it'll look like.
Correct. And have you seen clients respond like very positively to that, neutral to that? Like what is that response been like?
There is two things that usually happen. One, it's very positive, and two, they become very doubtful of the execution. Because obviously I can understand, because AI makes it look too good. The end result is like obviously like a little exaggerated than what it would look like, because it's trying to make that look like cinema perfect. Like the data that it has gone through is from the best of the best archival material. Like the feel look of it is a little out there is what I would say. And also it'll make you look like spotless and stuff, which can't happen. Actually speaking, specifically with background materials and all that, you won't always be able to find everything that has been generated. So that's like part of what is it. But to give like a idea of what we are going for, incredibly useful. Also, it's very easy to do iterations of what it could look like, especially when it's a bigger shoot, because there's a lot more things hanging on the client understanding what is happening. So the amount of effort it took to now has significantly reduced because of AI.
Amount of effort it took to do what?
To do this, because you had to manually sketch these things to show people. Now you don't have to do it manually.
Interesting. So were you actually going and like sketching out what the set will look like and all of these things?
Yeah, bro, there are very big softwares built on this. Commercial grade softwares which are built specifically to model things.
Is that where you can like add various different individual?
Correct, exactly.
Like, this light,
you
in
can
this
add
setting, this one table, this thing here, that thing there. Fascinating. And basically now that entire thing has been automated just by using ChatGPT.
Exactly. You can just go, give a good enough prompt, you'll know. And if you know how to rig it, it's easy to stay consistent with your looks.
So now with this, let's say a decent DOP that was charging maybe 15,000-20,000 a day, right? For like a full day shoot.
Right.
Can he charge more with this?
No.
Okay.
But I'll
Why
say,
is that?
so as a DOP, he won't be able to charge more.
Okay.
But now you don't exactly need a set designer there.
Interesting. So your margins increase.
Yeah, like you can probably replace somebody.
Right. You're
Like,
consolidating.
You're consolidating whatever money was going somewhere else.
Right.
I would say, see, still a good set designer is a good set designer.
Set design, correct.
But for, let's say, a smaller thing that you had to do, where you had to get somebody for like the first setup of things that you might not actually be spending on.
Interesting.
Will actually save that money. At least this is strongly what I think. And if you have some sense of like how the things should look, definitely you're saving money.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like the people who have just like 20% of the understanding can get 80% of the way there by themselves.
Yeah. And also your likelihood of getting more jobs increases significantly.
Of course.
Because now you are able to help them build sets also. Because now somebody is not telling you, oh, he's a great DOP. He'll be like, bro, he's a great DOP and will be able to help you with like figuring out the sets.
Right.
It's just like,
this actually, I mean, a little bit on a tangent of not exactly content. This reminds me of two different ideas, right? I think overall sort of economic / development ideas that I think has really helped me overcome my AI existential dread. If you remember, like last year, I was just like, I was losing it. That like,
Bro, like
what am I gonna do if
you
it
were like, bro, I'll
replaces-
withdraw all my money from
Yeah,
investments.
exactly.
Everything's going to shit.
So what I've realized is there are these two concepts. One is something that Naval Ravikant said.
Right.
If you think about it,
Yeah.
if you compare 1925 to 2025, on average, every single person in the world today, or let's say if you just take Bangalore, right? Every single person in Bangalore is on average richer than every single person in Bangalore in 1925. Would you agree?
Yes.
Right?
Agreed.
There are better infrastructure, better
Employment
just like
opportunities.
technology, more
Yeah.
jobs, more this thing.
Yeah.
Now, relatively, that may not be the case. Like, relatively, of course, people are struggling in all strata of society. But if you think about it, over time, everyone has improved.
Yeah.
Right? So, everyone is richer
Yeah.
compared to 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I think that applies to all growth and all places where like we cannot envision what rich in 100 years looks like today.
Interesting.
Right?
Sure.
And everyone is going to be better off in 100 years, or let's say in the next 10 years,
Right.
than they are today.
Right.
We just don't know it. That brings me to the second point. Everyone is going to be better off, great. But as entrepreneurs, as people with ambition, you don't want to be better off compared to like 10 years ago. You want to be better off with the people around you, right?
Yeah.
So this brings me to this concept of a K-shaped economy.
Okay.
A K-shaped economy basically says that over time, instead of everyone doing better, there will actually be a division in how the economy impacts people.
Okay.
So people who are already doing well are actually going to keep doing well. The
Doing
rich will
better.
keep getting richer.
Okay.
But the poor people
Huh.
will keep getting poorer. And the division is going to keep on increasing.
Oh.
So even if you think about this in any application, let's say even with our creative jobs, the really good editors will keep getting better. But the editors who are just starting out or who are just getting in, if they do not upskill fast, they will just keep getting worse.
Right.
Right? Not in terms of skill, but in terms of their like you can say financial benefit or financial outcomes or just like growth in general.
Yeah.
Because I am not hiring new editors anymore. Right? I'm hiring experienced editors. I'm hiring editors with good taste who I can like upskill quickly. I'm not hiring decent editors who maybe in 6 months down the line will give me a return.
Right.
And I think this has been the case for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, inherently, I think there are like, we have higher standards for people.
Yeah.
So that has always been the case. But I think those standards keep on getting higher.
I want to go on a slight tangent, like just continuing this. Me and a friend of mine were having this very relatively same conversation where they were saying, okay, like when we were going out as creators, there was a place where we went, where we were beginners and we learned our work to become the professionals that we could be. Like at the starting, you did not know what you were trying to do, but you sort of figured out in your beginner phase where you are getting paid like very little money, but you still like had that space to explore and figure out and like do things. And then you got into like this intermediate state when you, after which your growth happens. Now that AI is there, you don't need a beginner. You need somebody intermediate.
Correct.
So will this cause like a drastic problem of talent? Because now there is no space for a beginner to be.
Correct.
What will that look like? And I feel somebody has to build the TCS of creative talent. Because TCS or like this mass recruiters are known for hiring people on the cheap. It's not because they don't have the talent. It's just to have that big of a pool that goes somewhere else.
So I have a theory here.
Yeah.
I think that in the future, now exactly what you explained is going to happen everywhere. Law firms are not hiring junior lawyers. This is a big problem.
Crazy.
Right? Accountants are not hiring junior accountants.
Right.
So they're like huge amount of CAs that want to enter the workforce. Just like you take any profession and people at the top are just like able to consolidate more. Right? What's going to happen is, because this will happen everywhere, now people will be left to fend for themselves.
Correct.
Right? Now there is no broader ecosystem for you to be a part of.
Correct.
So then you have to create your own little ecosystem in your own wherever you are. And if you think about it, this is very similar to this entire whatever is happening is very similar to the advent of YouTube. For the longest time, for whatever hundreds of years, if you had to consume media, visual media,
Sure.
what was the only place for you to go and consume it?
TV.
In the theaters. Even before TV.
Theaters.
Right? Then TV came.
Actually, the progression was you had to go out for physical place.
Yes. So it was plays and like
Thea-
actual theaters.
Theaters.
Then it was movies.
Movies.
Right? Because projectors and all of that.
Correct.
And then eventually it came to like mass communication broadcast, which was the television.
Yeah.
Now, in all of those things, access has slowly increased.
Yeah.
But it was still limited. Like it was linear access. Right?
Correct.
Like, sure, like little exponential on the television front because more people can buy television.
Yeah.
But still, it was nowhere as near like big of a thing as the internet.
Yeah.
The minute internet came, the barrier of entry for you to create media and consume media massively, like it just blew up. Now, everyone could in theory make a movie. Everyone in theory could watch a movie.
Yeah. Sitting
You
at
no
home.
longer needed to go to a theater. You no longer needed to have a
Wait
television
for
or be
that
able
time
to
to
afford a
come.
television or wait for it
Yeah.
to be able to do any of those things.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you think of AI, AI is effectively the same thing in this 100x powerful form. Right? Before, to get a job or to get anything done in any field, you needed to be part of a system. If I wanted to become a video producer, I needed to have a communication degree. I needed to be part of some ecosystem, some group somewhere where someone will take a shot at me.
Correct.
Or I need to have a degree, right? But now you need nothing. You can ask AI to tell you what to do, and it's going to walk you through the steps of becoming a video producer.
Yeah.
Right? You can start your own news outlet today. You could do that before also, but now it's so much more easier. You can build apps like the one I just built last night in like a day if you know what you want. So now what this is going to do is this is go and plus add to the fact that there is a stagnation of jobs, right? In every industry. And we are seeing it.
There is an interesting study also. The more you study, the more unemployed you get.
Right. I think that's a psychological thing also. Like the more you know, the more it hampers your ability to like do things.
And it's economical also, bro. Like economy also. Specifically in India, I was just reading this somewhere. The unemployment rate for uneducated people is about 8%. The unemployment rate for 12th pass out is some 18-20% or something. But for an IITian, it's close to 40%. The numbers might be slightly off.
I don't think the IITian will be there. I think for like someone with a bachelor's degree, that would make more
I
sense.
think it was bachelor's degree, but yeah, it was 40% once you hit bachelor's degree.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to happen is more and more people are going to have access to, in theory, create their own YouTube channels.
Okay, sure.
But for life. So that will be nothing but a business. Because at the end of the day, that's what you were doing. Right? You were basically adding some value and then trading that back in the form of money. But that value was not always clear. How close is it to actually making money? Now with AI is basically the great filter. It has filtered out everything that does not add value. Like it has cut out all the fluff. And because of that, now you are forced to rethink the way that
very interesting.
you look at
Your job.
You look at livelihood. So now you need to have something that you can sell, and two, figure out how to find people to sell it to. I'm sort of moving away from the doomsday ideology.
Finally you're coming out of your bunker.
Yeah, I mean, I find solace in the idea that if AI does fuck everyone over,
you're buying a bunker somewhere.
No, if AI fucks everyone over, then like we're all in the same boat, right? So, but I think that's what's going to happen more, and like the number of entrepreneurs are going to like blow up, right? I think the number of entrepreneurs are going to blow up, and I mean, this is like a wild prediction, but I think the main problem that we've been having, right, in all of this is population. I think that is going to be solved. I think population isn't going to be no longer a problem in like 10 years, or overpopulation to be specific, right? But I think that's a separate thing. So coming back to the original discussion, I feel like the K-shaped economy that applies everywhere. Let's say we were talking about like DOPs, right? I think in-person creative work, like physical creative work, I think it still has some time, some buffer.
Yeah.
But I think digital creative work is becoming increasingly difficult for you to get into.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can get your foot in the door is to have distribution.
Agreed.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a couple more
now we'll
creative
go.
jobs. Yeah. Voiceover artists. Let's say a voiceover artist could charge 5,000 rupees a project before. Do you think it's less or more now with AI?
I feel like there is a divide, okay? All your smaller projects, forget that. Now you're definitely not going to get paid for that. Because the human emotion is something that only like the emulation is slightly harder is what I feel. So only bigger projects will hire. So it's like a reasonable to say 70% of actual work that was going to them will be cut off.
I'm actually going to go and say 99%. Have you used 11 Labs?
Yeah, I've used.
So on a project, I extensively used 11 Labs last year. It's unmatched. It's just like the amount of, if you know how to use it, it's not perfect. Like you won't find everything there. But if you know how to use it, it's unmatched. There's no way that you can make a living today as a voiceover artist. I can today build a system that can dub an entire movie in the exact tonality that you need for that emotion, for that dialogue.
Okay.
Without being a voiceover artist. I just need to know how 11 Labs works.
Okay. So voiceover art, if you are a voiceover artist,
99%
bro,
gone.
figure out some shit right now.
Yeah. What about thumbnail designers?
They're gonna get paid more.
Interesting. Okay. Right now, the average payment for like a good thumbnail designer is, I would say, like 1,500 to 2,000 rupees per design.
Okay.
So do you think it'll be more than that or less than that?
Pay per thumbnail will relatively keep going down. It's like any service, right? Once a service gets established, more people come in, the price go down. But a really good thumbnail designer will know how to use the AI. Overall, he'll make a lot more money than anybody else.
Kind of agree. But I would say in terms of just like replacement, I would say the replacement factor here is like 80%. You don't need a thumbnail designer anymore. You saw the thing that I'm making, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
If I have that entire repository and I just run it through whatever, OpenAI, Claude, or maybe OpenAI Nano Banana or something, with the amount of progression in each model that's happening, I'll literally be able to tell it, make a thumbnail like this. And I just need to know how to prompt it.
Right. But on the other end, I feel like it is creative. Like the objective of having a thumbnail designer is his ability to creatively think about this problem.
Not always.
I personally believe it's like a creative problem to solve.
So I would say that, let's say if you're a Mr. Beast, right? And you need someone to think of a new format that has never been thought before, right? For example, I'll show you this one thumbnail that comes to my mind. Do your first reactions.
Sure.
And then we'll show it to the camera.
Okay. Oh, bro, this is like very...
Do you get the concept?
Yeah.
You get the concept, right?
Yeah.
We'll show it on the screen as well. This person who's talking about viral tactics, and he's used the horizontal frame of the thumbnail to give you like a screenshot of an Instagram reel with the same UI elements. I think something like this AI cannot think.
Yeah.
Right? You need a really good thumbnail designer to think of this concept. Right? But that's the thing. You don't always need this. Right? You need this sometimes.
Yeah.
So you basically need one person to maybe 30% of the time think of these ideas, and 70% of the time just know like, hey, these are these other...
I have like a counter argument to this. If copying becomes very easy, then the only way to stand out is outside the box thinking. No, that is where I feel like you need somebody to creatively solve that problem.
Right.
If generating a similar design becomes absolutely easy, then you need, and then everything can look any way it wants.
Yeah.
You need somebody to creatively think about how it has to look.
So you are right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the number of people that even end up copying properly are so little.
Correct.
Right?
Okay.
So I'll give you an example. There are maybe a couple hundred billionaires in India.
Sure.
Right? Now, the Nikhil Kamath playbook is fairly simple.
Yeah.
Right? You find high value guests, you talk to them in a timely way about topics that are timely.
Right.
And you talk to them about a mission. Right? You need to have like a strong mission of, hey, about young entrepreneurs, supporting young entrepreneurs.
Correct.
Right? Now, is there a reason why another billionaire cannot do this? Like, can Mukesh Ambani or any of his kids or Anil Ambani or whatever, Adani, his kids, like, is there a reason why someone cannot execute this exact playbook? No, it's very simple.
Yeah.
So, of
If
course,
they want
it's
to,
very
yeah,
expensive.
I think
if they want to, of course they can
execute it.
Right?
Yeah.
But why do they not? Because there are other factors to it.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they don't want to. Maybe it doesn't make business sense. Maybe they don't have the time. They can do other things that are valued more. To your point of, hey, like, oh, if everyone starts copying, then it's so simple. No, where's the creativity? But that's the thing. Everyone does not copy. Like, we have a show about content. I can name like 10 other shows that are about content.
Yeah.
Have we copied them?
No. Yeah.
So I think a thumbnail is still a very small part of it.
Yeah.
And when I say take inspiration and copy, it doesn't of course mean that, hey, you directly copy, right? Because anyway, like, that strategy is a losing strategy, right? What I mean is, you know what it could potentially look like and you just tweak it a little bit. You don't have to think from scratch.
Okay.
So when you hire the person and you're paying them like a significant amount, you're paying them to think from scratch.
Correct.
I'm saying AI can already do that.
Yeah.
So
Makes
that
sense.
person needs to come in with an existing set of direction that, hey, like, we can potentially do this. Where it does make sense to pay someone like that is when an area is truly like uncharted waters. Let's say when Nikhil Kamath started his podcast for the first time, it would have made sense to get like a Meghna or there are a couple more people on the team, right? Who are like deep into content and have experience and are like original thinkers to then say that, hey, you come in, I'm going to pay you a lot, help me solve this problem, because it hasn't been solved before.
Right.
Most problems have been solved before. You just need to know the playbook. And the thing is, even if you copy it, it doesn't matter because the problem is not big enough for that copy to be like, hey, people are going to know. Think of most of the clients that you work with, right? It could be VCs, it could be whatever, startups. Like, none of them.
Tell you their problem. They don't have the time to even direction that what it has to go towards. That's where people get paid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So once I build this, then it'll be so clear that, see, the same exact thing.
You should actually do this
Two
experiment.
thumbnails. Yeah, two thumbnails, same exact concept.
Right.
You would have heard of one, you wouldn't have heard of the other. Same amount of views.
Right.
Right? So I think the internet is too big for you to worry about copying if you're in that 0 to 100 wala scale. 100 to 1000, yes. Like an Ankur Warikoo copying whatever the Ankur Warikoo version of the US is, that'll get caught very quickly. So I
They'll
think,
be like, copy.
yeah, that's an edge case, right? So in edge cases, you need original thinking, which again, if you think from the K-shape economy, like the more you keep going up, the more it makes sense.
Yeah.
But the more you're at the bottom, no, you'd be much better off doing things faster.
Yeah.
And then getting to the top. Cool. So a thumbnail designer, come back to the discussion. You said that they can charge more.
I feel like a select few will make a lot more money out of this.
Correct.
But for the rest of these guys, it's just game over.
Correct. I would say, unless you're a thumbnail designer who can give me like 5 different iterations, tell me the psychology behind it, give me title and thumbnail pairings, and also tell me that, hey, this is my system and I can come in and like do this for you, I will not pay for it. Or if you are really good in design and I cannot execute that design myself. Because for the most part, I can already have one thumbnail. I can give it to one intern. Be like, hey, this is the inspiration. This is what my draft looks like. Just make it. Right? And I won't pay a lot for that.
Correct.
I don't know if that's right or not. But from where I stand,
like a business,
it's pure execution.
There's no business sense to paying a lot of money to this. Correct. Next.
Cool. LinkedIn Ghostwriter.
I still have like a similar opinion, but I feel like this is going to be the most that gets killed.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this almost close to wipe out, as close it can get.
So if you were doing, let's say, 30 posts a month, right? It was like fairly standard for a ghostwriter. You maybe charge like 25,000-30,000 a month, right? Like 1,000 more or less per post. I think that's going to go to zero, right?
Agreed.
Now, again, the caveat is same. We go back to the K-shaped curve.
Right.
If all you are doing is writing a post, it will go to zero.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm saying this from experience because I experimented with a bunch of ghostwriters and everything.
Right.
I think a good ghostwriter only makes sense once you want to scale an existing brand.
Okay.
Right? So Ankur Warikoo, for people who don't know, he's written like 6 books now. He's had a ghostwriter for each of them. That makes sense because he already has a template. Think of it like a brand guidelines. He already has brand guidelines that someone can take and make something out of it. That is a skill that AI cannot do. If you don't have a tone of voice, and if you're using AI to create a tone of voice,
right,
then you can just do it with AI. You don't need a ghostwriter. So then that's a you problem. That's not a them problem. And I think having that tone of voice, for example, I've been obsessing over this for so long. Do you know Brian Johnson?
Yeah.
Do you know his recent content strategy? Dude, it's all memes.
Huh?
Dude, it's only memes, right? And maybe let me just show you his...
I think you get to a scale where everybody has talked about you. How do you, as a part of somebody who's like marketing you, the only way to show that numbers... I don't think it's
the only way, but I think it's more like, just look at this. Me in a world full of social media addicts. You can't use this. You can't use AI to strategize this.
Yeah.
Right. So I think having a personality, dude, it is like in AI's day and age, having a personality and original thoughts is fucking invaluable. And I think knowing who you are, knowing yourself, and being a good entertainer.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I don't mean just like being funny, charismatic, although that really helps. But I think being able to captivate people, that is the alpha. But yeah, so LinkedIn Ghostwriter, I would say that 30,000 is going to go to zero for sure. Someone who understands this entire process. And again, it all comes down to, okay, like what am I using ghostwriting to do?
Right.
Right? Am I using it to get leads? Am I using it to book calls? Am I using it to like do, like, all of that is going to change.
Yeah.
And if a ghostwriter can quantify how much of that benefit he's getting me, only then does it make sense. I'm paying for that outcome. I'm not paying for the effort anymore.
Correct. I also feel like all the stuff we talked about the people makes a lot more sense as a singular conversation overall. But the list, I think we should go with like kill, no kill. Like, will that job die? Will it not die?
Yeah. Okay. Social media managers. Currently, on average, you can expect maybe like 20,000 a month. Yeah, it's someone that writes captions, posts, like uploads the posts, do community management, maybe look at a little strategy. What do you
community think? Management.
I mean,
reply to comments and all.
See, they're not part of the post-production team. They're not part of the production team.
Sure.
Like, this is the distribution person. Like, he's taking the clips, putting them in the right place. Let's say, I would even include like putting up stories, interacting with people, talking to DMs, like that entire role.
Like, it's a 50-50, bro. If it's not significant enough role, definitely dying. And I don't think there is like a gradient also. It's like binary. Okay. Die, not die types.
Okay. I have a different opinion here. I actually think that this person, very similar to a video producer, like a production person, is not going to be impacted that much. See, anyway, this was not like a super highly paid role.
Correct.
I think this plus strategy is something that you get paid for. This plus strategy is something that now you get paid even more for.
Right.
Because
so
if you think
if you
about
can use AI, you're getting paid.
Because if you think about it,
okay,
AI cannot like execute on relationship management yet. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have to put up a story of yourself doing something. Let's say, for example, we had a social media manager for TCP, right? Like, while we are doing this recording, someone is taking like a certain picture, adding the right caption that engages people, or adding some sort of like an engagement element, like a poll or a yes no question, whatever, doing that. AI can't do that yet.
Yeah.
right?
True.
Let's say understanding what is relevant on the platform right now. AI can't do that yet.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not sure if AI will be able to do that, because for that you need to be able to get into someone's, like, have a proxy for your own account. Let's say I should be like have access to your Instagram and scroll the feed like you do. And the minute that happens, then like there's no need for people at all. Then AI can just do it.
Then
I
social
don't
media
think
is
that'll happen.
non-existent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then it's like AI media. It's not social
Yeah.
media.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
So I think being a social media manager is still very important. It is still
Makes sense.
relatively low status, but the minute you add strategy on top of it and like promise any results,
Right.
I think you can charge like a significant amount for it.
Yeah. So it's upgrade time. Like you'll make money, a lot more money, but you have to upgrade quickly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Logo designer.
I feel can't replace a good design.
Correct.
I like fully with the designers on this.
Correct. I think I have had the good fortune of meeting really good logo designers.
Right.
Karthik is one of them.
Yeah.
He's the one who created the TCP ka branding. Then
Shout out to Karthik.
Shout out to Karthik. Then just in general, people like a lot of the NIFT kids are just fucking brilliant. Like I am just in awe of people who come out of NIFT, especially who get into branding.
Right.
The girl who made Jan Central ka entire branding, her name is Aneri. Shout out to Aneri. Brilliant like her entire thing is typography. Like she will just like if you have anything to do with letters,
Right.
she's your go-to person.
Got it.
I remember there was that. Have you seen that TV show with Shahid Kapoor, Farzi? Dude, she was part of like the VFX team that did the intro animation. I don't know if you remember the intro animation.
Bro,
one crazy intro
I
animation.
don't think you can forget Farzi specifically because it has so much to do with Indian notes.
So many layers and so many, like that design was so intricate.
Yeah.
She was part of that team.
Crazy.
As far as I know. So like brilliant design. Like that is, I think in creative work, logo design and I think product design, like the way that a product should look and feel. I think those are two things that at the edge of it, you just cannot replace.
Correct.
Like
because,
good logo design, you cannot replace.
Because it's at the end of the day, it's still user driven. So logo, why does the logo look good or work is basically user feedback.
Correct.
And only user will tell if it's a good or a bad logo.
Yeah. I mean, you could prompt, but
but
like
still.
it's just the level of complexity that is required for a good design. Just you can't do that.
True.
With AI yet. But cool.
Next.
That's more or less.
So no kill, but designers for the win on this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Let's say YouTube strategists.
Okay.
Let's say a good YouTube strategist can charge maybe like 50,000 a month.
Bro, make exponentially more money. Currently, because AI does so much more heavy lifting now.
Correct.
Phenomenally
I'll give you
more
a
money.
real-time use case that happened with me. So I was working with like a medical client, right, in the health space. Heavy AI user. I mean, to the point where I would say that this person has been influenced more by AI than AI. Like AI has trained him more than he has trained AI.
Okay.
And he was someone that like he will default to AI for everything. Right?
Thinking only he'll default.
He will ask ChatGPT. Right?
Should he do it?
No, I mean not in like the very bad way, but like he will just default to just ask GPT, right? And we quickly realized that even with me on the team, we were not able to scale the channel. We doubled the channel very quickly. We did like millions of views, and we scaled the subscriber count, everything, and we realized very quickly that we have not understood the viewer, right? So I think that's where the distinction comes. Key, does the strategist understand the core viewer behavior? Because I think a lot of people don't. Even I don't to a large extent. The minute you start doing that, that's when it really clicks, and then you can use AI to do like 100x. But before that, AI cannot help you get to the right answer because it does not come with your experiences.
Correct.
Now, maybe I'm not explaining this very well. I do a lot of like these discovery calls, right? Of people just like have a top mate link, just go book a call. And what I've realized is a lot of the problems that people are facing, it's a very simple solution, right? It is like you need to know what not to do. And once you know what kind of to do, you have to do a lot of it. And you have to learn and do more of it. Very simple. Listening from an AI, like getting that advice from AI versus getting that advice from someone like me has a massive difference. Same thing with me. I know what I need to do right now to 10x my business. Someone coming and telling me that, hey, like, why the fuck are you doing this? Like, just do those 4 other things. It's not like out of this world. But that human to human connection makes a very big difference.
And also, I feel like an experience plays an important role here. It's like you know the 4 things to do, but an experienced person would say, what is the first thing to do now?
Yes.
Because I don't think ChatGPT will be able to make the distinctions for my problems.
Yes.
It will tell you like broadly what to be done.
100%.
But the experience, I think, counts there.
100%. And also because like AI is trained on data, but there's only so much of data that it'll know about you.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's also why it's important to help the AI understand you better. So it's almost like you're training it on yourself. And I don't think people have understood how to do that yet. Like even I have just now understood how to start doing that. Right? I think there is a lot of space where like a YouTube strategist still has some space to do. But yes, the amount of responsibilities that you will have as a strategist like astronomically increase.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to take care of scripting, you need to take care of, let's say,
And your ability
thumbnail
to
designs.
do work is also increased quite a bit.
Yes, 100%. So like your capacity overall has increased.
Yeah.
And the pressure to deliver a certain outcome has also increased.
Yes.
Right? So everything has like 10x without 10xing the inputs.
Yeah.
Like there are not 10 people, but with the same one person, they expect so much more.
Yeah.
Cool.
No kill, but too much work in the future.
Yes, 100%. So what's the so what here?
Creative market is going to change very, very drastically. And I feel the only way to move ahead is to figure out, okay, what side of the AI curve do you fall? I think there is
no
No,
not what
No.
you have to side fall on the right side.
Oh,
Otherwise you're
exactly.
fucked.
No, what I'm trying to say is what side of the AI curve is your job? You have to figure that out. Are you on the good side or are you on the kill side? If you are on the kill side, time to change jobs or like upgrade into a place where you are like placing yourself really good on the good side of the AI. Or else I feel like your job will become extinct.
Yeah.
It's like something that nobody thinks of anymore.
I'd say that if you're someone new getting into this industry, I think learn as much as you can in the next 6 months. Start making your own content because I think that's the biggest point of leverage that you have. And understand how businesses work, which is fairly simple if you think about it, right? You have a product or service, you have to sell it to people, and you have to figure out a way how to sell it to them. That's it. Right? And you have to understand where you fit into that picture. And the closer you fit into, the closer you are to the money, the longer you are going to be relevant.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like if you are working for an agency whose business depends on, let's say, some client, and the KPI that the agency is working on is, hey, we are going to help you get to your first, 10,000 subscribers, for example. If your thumbnail is not increasing the CTR that then increases the subscriber count, or if your edits are not increasing the retention that increases the subscriber count, if you do not care about the overall channel strategy, if you do not care about, hey, why are we doing this? Because you know that your ass is also on the line if it doesn't perform for whatever reason. I think you're not going to make it. So understanding the overall business cycle is incredibly important. So you can't just be an editor anymore. You have to take the initiative to understand, okay, like where does my work fit in, right? And it's a classic sales question, right? Ki, hey, we are doing this, but what is the ideal outcome that you're hoping for? And then quickly bridging the gap between right now where the team is right now and then how to get to that outcome faster. I think AI just like expedites this further. I think Alex Hormozi says something very well. He says, since the dawn of time, it has always been people who know how to use tools against people who know how to use tools. So I think fundamentally not a lot changes. It's just that the tools change. Our ability to do more with them change.
Yeah.
And I think like I wouldn't bet against humanity, simply because like what has lasted the longest will last the longest. But yes, I think this year is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah. This
To
is going to
everything and
be
everyone.
this is going to be the deciding year
Yeah.
for the next couple of years of. I feel like 2026 will be that year which decides how the creative landscape is going to shape up.
Correct.
It's like this year we'll know what is what.
Correct. I think like storytelling as a concept and you know, creative work as a concept is always going to be there. How it shapes up in the future is yet to be seen.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Cool. Is that the
Thank
pod?
you guys so much for tuning in.
I think that's the pod.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much for watching the episode. If you are hanging around until now, we are pretty sure you love the episode. Please go down, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, whatever you feel like doing, because we put an insane amount of effort to release this episode every single week, and it takes insane amount of effort to push this out. Just the fact of you showing that support to us will really keep us motivated and also help us get better guests for our future episodes. And we know and we would want to get better guests and better value to whoever is watching. Thank you. See you on the next one.